all they need to do to stay in this meet and possibly win it.
133 pounds, Colin Valdiviez, freshman for the Wildcats. He'll get an upperclassman in Ben Thornton for the Boilermakers, and it's time to go if you're Purdue, Jim.
It really is. I mean, they've got to get it going here, you know, relying on some guys kind of defend their territory. Go back to Coach's pep talk. I'm sure he had an opportunity to go ahead and put some more finer points on this, wrestling the match in their strengths.
Thornton wrestled at 125 a year ago, comes in hot. He's won 4 straight, 23-8 record.
Right in on a shot of his own after he matched the shot of Valdiviez, and looks like he can go ahead and clear his head just a little bit right there. Nice job of locking up there by Valdiviez, and so he's got to go ahead and try to keep him, either come out the back door, which he's done. He's got to try to keep that left leg back as much as he can and not allow it to get to him to get to the ankle, which Northwestern wrestler has done. And this just makes it tough to finish, and we're burning a lot of clock here for Thornton.
Stalemates. Thornton, 4-time finalist, 2-time state champion out of Stoddard, Wisconsin, wrestled at La Crosse Central.
And if you're Thornton and you feel like you get back in that shot as easily, you got to anticipate that the man's going to come over the top and grab your ankle. So you got to be able to slide up a little bit higher and maybe even attack at the hip. Sometimes I think a lot of guys that, I mean, they're so focused on getting below the knee that they miss opportunities to go ahead and slide up and attack the hips. It's much easier to finish. Knock a guy down when you're on you know, that face to shoelace position. The guy dives back over the top of you, and he's got basically the same thing. So you've taken an advantage situation to a 50-50.
Valdiviez, true freshman.
A little bit better job attacking both legs. Another option.
That's 4.
Gets to the 4 count, but able to work up, but gives the escape 2-1.
And this is definitely a situation where the Boilers are thinking bonus. You know, the coaching staff got to be up on their feet. You know, this is the, you know, 4-2, 4-1, you know, 6-2. Got to be thinking that one takedown is just not enough for the team.
2-1 score, 1 minute. Going to say, Jim, these first 2 minutes, this pace favors the Wildcat.
Yeah, he's all out there holding position.
Expect Thornton to pick the pace up a little bit. Goes back to a collar tie.
Yeah, it's just not settling, you know. So there's back at the ankle pick, but you know, coming off that collar tie, you could feel it the whole way. Sometimes you got to free it up a little bit, just a little more space, a little more touch and go, in and out. Get a little bit better angle, not settling ear to ear, because right now Valdiviez can feel everything that Thornton's going to do, and a lot of time is burned off the clock, and no points.
Valdiviez, he's lost 4 straight, but he's tough. You look at the Midlands, he was 6th unseeded here. Thornton looking for a second takedown, and he gets it inside of 10.
Yeah, good work there. So as easy as these finishes have been for Thornton, you just wonder why he hasn't gone more to him. So let's take a look at this first takedown. And remember, this is an answer to the Valdiviez work there, but just attacked both legs at that time. You know, went to the ankle pick and then followed it up with a double. I think those are there the whole match. And now I think that we have a, I don't know if we have a challenge or not.
We do. You see the red brick? And Storniolo. Two takedowns for Thornton on the board in the first, leads at 4-1.
Let's take a look at the second takedown. You see that the work there, inside little grab right there. I think he gets it because I think at this stage right now he gets both legs and he's got both cheeks on the mat. I think that's clearly a takedown, right? He's able to come back out into a more neutral position, but we don't have a great camera angle if he had weight on the right leg or not, so that's probably the only thing that's in debate. I like it in these situations where they give it the benefit of the doubt to the aggressive wrestler, the guy who took the shot. He did have both legs, his head was up. Let's take another angle of that shot. So we're going to have to take a look at the right cheek of the defensive wrestler in purple. Does he roll back up on that I think at that stage right there, he has it. And he's already called it before that. So it's highly unlikely they're going to overturn this.
I think that takedown is going to stand.
Yeah, I see he called it when almost when they first went to the mat. And may have not been there, but you know, when he tied him up there, he may have had it. So
13-6 Northwestern. One thing, Jim, with Valdiviez, this is impressive being a true freshman. Lost early on to Nassar of Arizona State, avenged that loss. And then he lost to Dylan Duncan at the Midlands, came back right after the Midlands in the duel with Illinois, avenged that loss. And as I said before,
that's big. It is. I'm glad you brought that up because there are some good things going on in this program. There's no question about that. You know, we kind of talked about it in the conference call, but Matt Storniolo didn't take over this program in the best of situations and not what he would have imagined of doing, but you know, he's taken it and run with it, and there's a new optimism here in the program because of the last, you know, going back a few years, this program has had a lot of success, you know, historically, and got a lot of great things being in the Chicago area, and I think Matt's done a great job of stabilizing what's happening in the program, and there's improvement going on, to your point.
Thornton here in the second period. How long do you work for a turn here, Jim?
Well, I think if you're Thornton, I think you work for quite a while. If you can go ahead and feel like you're advancing, or you feel your opponent beginning to tire or weaken in this position.
It's that coffee grinder position, tight waist from the Boilermaker Thornton.
Yeah, you got to make the opponent prove that he can get out, certainly long enough to be able to get the point for riding. So if this is a strength for you, you go ahead and stay with it. You just don't want to give up a reversal. You got to have this 1, not 2 situation. And generally speaking, when a guy wrist rides like this, not really committed to this nice job of Valdiviez getting out, getting the escape.
Squared his hips up, goes in right with another attack. We're out of bounds, 47 seconds. And they want a stall call, Northwestern.
Yeah, I mean, there's just these guys are enthused. I mean, they know that they've got to, you know, the way the matchups are here, that they know that this may be a match that they need to get their guy going, and they have a lot of confidence in him, you know, that things are improving for him, and this may be the match where he's able to go ahead and prove it to himself.
Talked about it in the open. Both these teams, some good young talent, and we're seeing it here with Valdiviez, just battling hard, fighting.
Yeah. Doesn't really have the attack part of it down yet, but in the match.
Gave up a late takedown in the first. That made it 4-1. Here we go, short time in the second.
Good look here, but, you know, Valdiviez really didn't get that tie that he wanted to get a shot off. So nice job, though, of fighting. We saw he's kind of getting dominated in the down position. He does a good job of fighting, comes back out. Look at the enthusiasm of the coaches right there. They are just like, come on, take him off, you know, and they're all looking, all are waiting to make an impression on the official. This is, like I said, there's some enthusiasm in this Wildcat program right now. Good work there by Thornton.
Get out of that grip.
Thornton has that riding time at 1:22.
Yeah, now he's just working and stalking, you know, coming at the head, in and out. These are shots that are, you know, they're half shots, but maybe you go ahead now, jack him up off the mat, get pressure back.
It was close.
This is
Northwestern. They want a stall call. If you're Thornton, you got to circle back in.
And now you stuff him down just like that. Yeah, and you bought that call, right? I mean, I wouldn't say bought it, you earned it. And that whole staff is up because they understand, you know.
3 ref.
Yep, 1 point. So take a look at that. So there must have been a stall called earlier. So I love what he's doing right here. He's presenting himself, and he's got the bottom, or Thornton really backing out of here, blocking with the head.
Definitely momentum for the Wildcat Valdiviez. He's down by 1, but pushing the pace.
And we all understand he's pushing here, but that's really what he has in his arsenal at this stage, right? So you push him, and you're showing to the official again that he is playing the edge, right? And what he needs to do is just stuff the head a little bit when he feels pressure back. Or try for a go behind. Shoots him off the mat. I don't want to get caught in here too long. Remember, riding time is also a factor in this match, so he needs a takedown and ride out to tie.
There's 30 seconds to work with. Back to that underhook.
Center.
Yeah, there was action there. So he's got the jack up and the push off the part of it right. But you know what? When a guy does that, you can go ahead and feel, you can push back in and stuff the head.
Look at the body language from Thornton. Hands on the hips, hands on the knees.
I don't understand why we have this stoppage, but
I mean, you look at Valdiviez, he looks fresh.
He does. I think that's why they're had a lot of hope in this match. So he's coming hard with that underhook. Holding position. It's Thornton.
Green. Warning green.
Another warning, but it's going to be too little, too late.
Riding time will be the difference. 5-4 is going to be the final, but I'll tell you,
he's worn out his opponent. That's for
has.
sure. Valdiviez has just, gotten after it, and maybe in a different era, he'd probably get more benefit from that pushing out. But part of that was correct. Good win by Ben Thornton, hanging on in that situation, but you can tell Valdiviez really took him to the edge.
Thornton with the decision.